I saw a TikTok that was like, Penelope had all the time in the world to get away the balloon. Yeah, she did. She was also, like, really horny. She was horned up. The love of her life comes out of nowhere like a, like, sleeves rolled up, pulling on some, like, leading men, pulling up this rope, this big rope. Like, he's yelling and screaming, and he's, like, leading and running, and she's just like, oh my god. Yo, look at his arms. Look at the framing of that scene, you guys. Her eyes go immediately to Colin. She doesn't even realize her life is in danger because she's just like, oh my god, my man looks good. Yeah, you can't be mad at her. Like, stop. She's just a girl. She's just a girl. Like, leave her alone. Like, it was the hormones clouding her judgment. So, like, she didn't realize until she realized. Like, not too much on her. The girl is just pent up. Second of all, this is unrelated. But the reason why I don't like Colin Bridgerton right now in the first 2 episodes is because he's not being himself. The flirting, the womanizing, it's supposed to come off unnatural because it is. Colin isn't a womanizer. Like, he's a slut, but for one lady. He's meant to be a wife guy. He's trying to be like everyone else, trying to be like a rake, because that's what people respect and respond to in society. And last time he was himself in society, he got ridiculed and embarrassed for it. Marina, like, of course he wants to see something different. It's so good. It's so good because the reason why it's even worse this season, why he stopped in his new personality, is because Penelope stopped responding to him. She has been this beacon of reassurance for him forever, and now she was radio silent, and he just lost all confidence in his own personality and adopted a new one. He, like, needs her, which is why he starts to be more of himself when he's around her. And he's not the guy we first see him as. He's somebody else completely. And the thing is, this season isn't just about, like, falling in love. It's about, like, self-realization and building self-worth, self-confidence. And their relationship, their romance is integral to the two of them both finding a strong sense of self-worth, and self-confidence. And right now, both of them do not have it at the moment. They're developing it as the romance develops, like, but it's just not there yet. And it'll come in part 2. Like, you have yet to see Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton in their final forms. You've only seen what they show people as ways to protect themselves from rejection in society. Yeah. Alright.
I have a theory about how this Bridgerton is going to play out. Colin is going to knock Penelope up. I'm thinking about it, and it makes so much sense. That whole Featherington pregnancy plot. Listen, he doesn't give a about her virtue. And it's so beautiful. He don't give a I'm so he want her so bad. And that's so crazy because Marina was all like, oh no, I must respect you as a lady. And it's like, but he get along with Penelope for the carriage was crazy. He's getting her pregnant. The way he's moving right now, she's having a baby. And that baby is going to be the future Lord Featherington. Listen. Wait. Is Agatha the first? I don't give a because I don't know, they're getting rid of the Penelope and, you know, Lady Danbury aren't that close in the show. So I'm guessing they're changing it. I have a very strong feeling, like, deep inside of me. I feel like that's what Penelope said. Damn, shut up. Deep inside of me, that she's going to get pregnant. He's going to knock her up, and we're gonna see it by, like, the finale. Like, I feel like Philippa or whoever the other sister, I feel like she's not actually pregnant. I feel like because, you know, she's dumb, respectfully. You know she's stupid. And it's like, she must have ate something bad. Like, I would believe it. I would believe that. I'm gonna stick with this theory, because, like, Colin getting her pregnant, mind you, he implies that in the books. He's like, yeah, we've been f***ing the whole time. I need to marry her faster. And that's a f***ing lie. But the way they're moving in the show, I don't think so. I think I'm like, I have a strong feeling. It's maybe me just being delusional, but I feel like she's gonna be pregnant, like child with baby. And girl dad, like not girl dad. I guess they have to be twins. See, that's how you win. Because I get girl dad Colin Bridgerton, and I get to see Penelope take over her family after they've been treating her like for years. Yeah, that's what I deserved. I never root for pregnancy trope. Like, I don't do that. You should be in the club. But actually, this time around, I think that would eat real bad. I think it would show how hungry he got to be for her. So, like, mind you, he was all about respecting Marina as he don't give a That is so that is so real. Yeah, that's his wife. Listen, if she's not pregnant, okay. If she's not pregnant by the end of episode 8, okay. Obviously, it's me being delusional and insane. But like, I feel like I've put it together. You know, like I connected the dots, and they're dotting in a line because they're connecting. I sound insane right now, but listen, Penelope Featherington, Bridgerton, will be pregnant. She's having a child. A Lord Featherington. She's having a baby. She's taking all her family as she should. And I know she'll be having twins because I need girl dad at Colin Bridgerton. That would be so I kind of want them to be in a club for a little bit, but also like her having the first son after her mama was talking all that shit. Listen, Linda. Tell me that wouldn't serve. And I hate a pregnancy trope. Like, you should be in the club. Under any other circumstance, she's 20 years old. She should be in the club. But right now, I'm just like, she's a rich woman in London. Hire a nanny. You could go around clubs all over the world, whatever. But I'm just thinking right now, that would be so... Y'all understand? Because I would feel that would be so big-brained to Bridgerton. It's just a theory, but it's like clicking in my head. Because he was like, I got her pregnant in the books, which he didn't. But like, what if he did in the show? Because the way they're moving, the way they're going to be moving, the way the interviews tell me they're moving, I'm just like, I don't know if I should trust that. But like, there's some in my intuition. My third eye has been opened. She's having a child. She's having a Lord Featherington. She's taking her family's all of it, changing everything. Yeah. And Colin's just gonna be her husband. That's how it should be. Lady Whistledown / Lady Featherington running. Yeah. And Colin is just her husband. That's Colin. That's Penelope's man. That's how it should be. That's how it's supposed to be. That's his purpose, being with her. She's supposed to be like Lady Whistledown. She's supposed to have influence, power. Supposed to be that. He's supposed to be her man. That's it. That's the goal I'm hoping for. Yeah. I'm not thinking it through right now because I'm hype up the fact that like the idea of her mom's face when she sees that Penelope's pregnant, like actually pregnant. Yeah. Y'all be sick of me if that actually happened. Y'all would be sick of me. Everything I didn't like about the first, I'll take it back. It's cool. That would be so cool. I'm ready for Penelope to get in her bad era. I'm kind of like, I know she's insecure and that's sad. I need her to remember who the is though, because she is arguably the second most powerful woman in the ton. The first being the queen. Listen to me. When she remembers that, and I remember Nicola was like, it's through her relationship with Colin, she starts to see herself in a beautiful, confident manner. If his game is that strong, respectfully, yeah, he needs to get on that now. Respectfully, like, don't get off her. I'm so for real. Like, so I can see her be the bad she's supposed to be. You know, see her have it all. Yeah. Nicola kept saying that in interviews, like, she didn't keep saying it. She said it one time. She was like, if Penelope was around in no turn, she would want women to have it all. And it's like, yeah. Mother, wife, career. I see it so clearly. I don't want to get my hopes up, but y'all, tell me that's not. Tell me that's not. Tell me that wouldn't be so. Like, tell me that wouldn't be so. You can't.
Then Vindication!
So I saw this TikTok that was like, I can't believe Colin's proposal to Penelope is genuine because after the kiss, it feels like a physical thing. And I would believe that it was based in lust and stuff if we hadn't seen that man's dream right after. That is the most romantic dream I have ever seen a man have on screen. Y'all, like, just, I'm gonna set the scene for you. He didn't dream of, like, being in bed with her and, like, bumping uglies. He dreamt of finding her in her garden. Foggy, it's romantic, it's like Twilight or whatever. She's in a white dress. Where else do women wear white dresses? Think about it. Think about it. This is like almost like it's a wedding dress, right? And he dreamt first and foremost, before they even kissed, was about confessing his feelings to her and having her reciprocate them. Does that sound like a man? Just wants to bump uglies with a girl. I need y'all to understand this. Like, I need you to get what I'm saying. If he just wanted to bang her, he would not be having these romantic fantasies of finding her in her family's garden in a white dress. In a white dress. Are my roommates? Who cares? In a white dress. Telling her he loves her and having her say, oh, I feel the same way. Like, he's dreaming of having his heart, his feelings vindicated. That is not a man who is in lust. It is a man who is in love. I need y'all to, like, rewatch this whole season and pay attention to Colin's character. Like, rewatch the whole show. This man is a romantic. He has proven that. And now you have seen, we're watching it unfold. We've seen him in lustful environments versus the dream with Penelope, where it's just like she's wearing a white dress and telling him she feels the same way that he does about her. And then kissing, just having one really intense kiss, and then he wakes up like, man, I need y'all to like, I need y'all to understand what I'm seeing. I feel like we're watching 2 different seasons. He's in love with her, okay? Okay, that dream establishes that. Because they could have gone for the sex dream. They didn't. Anyway, that's the most romantic dream I've ever seen a man have on screen. Like, he's so gone for her. Yeah. My, like, main issue with the way people treat Colin on this app, and, like, in general, is that they act like Colin knows Penelope likes him. And before episode 4, he didn't know. Like, we knew. Everybody knew. You had to look at that girl for more than, like, 30 seconds around him, and you would know. But, like, Colin didn't know. Colin is insecure as Colin, he repeatedly tells us this, like, and shows us this. He adopts a whole new personality because he has such little confidence in himself as the way he is. He is constantly saying, like he said, season 2, well, if you can see me this way, then why can't I see? He doesn't know. He thinks she's just a great friend. Colin has no clue. Like, and it really hit me in episode 3 where he had to, like, ask his mom, how did you and father, become together when they were friends first? And he was like, well, he simply had the courage to ask. Colin does not know. And he shows that in the carriage scene when she's like, but Colin, we are friends. Like, he's like, oh, fault. My fault. You know what I mean? He immediately assumes she's nothing else to say. Like, it's over. Colin is not being for being oblivious. I need y'all to understand that Colin Bridgerton is not an for being oblivious. He's just insecure. And he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Like, it took him a while to get there, but he got there. And I honestly believe if Penelope had got the courage to say something first, or asked him to kiss her sooner, they would have got here, like, seasons ago. Maybe before this. I also want to point out the fact that their relationship, like, progresses so much when he isn't around her. Like they spend most of their like getting to know each other on a deeper level through letter exchange while they're thousands of miles away from each other. I need y'all to understand that he doesn't know, and not to mention the fact that Penelope like always shied away from telling him. Like she never went through, and he, like I said, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. You gotta spell stuff like that out for him. Like I think she was very like receptive, and like she was like, honey, she was on it to the like when she that's the difference between him and Penelope and Marina. Marina was about that. She was like, yeah, I want you. She was as direct as she could be in a society that doesn't let women be that direct in general. And Penelope was like, whenever they would share eye contact for longer than 5 seconds, we see this in the What a Barb scene. She looks away. She like, y'all stop acting like he's this douchebag who knew she liked him the whole time and was leading her on purpose when that's not true. Because if Colin, like I said, if Colin had known how Penelope felt sooner, I genuinely believe they would have got together. Like, it would have been, we wouldn't even be here right now. It would not have taken this long. Imagine if we had to wait the 12 years it takes in the, like 10 years it takes in the books. Disgusting. I could barely do 2 seasons. Anyway, leave him alone. He's not a villain for being oblivious. Like, he's not a villain, guys. He's just oblivious. He needs direct. He's like me. If you like him, you have to be direct with him, or else he's not gonna get it. Like, tell me that y'all don't relate to that, because I sure do. Okay, that's enough defending a man for one day.
My favorite thing about this season of Bridgerton is actually the more you analyze this stuff, the more you realize how utterly insane Colin and Penelope are. Because remember how in season 1, Daphne and Simon and Anthony almost all died? Like, Anthony almost killed Simon almost like let Anthony kill him, Daphne almost got shot in the middle of a duel. And then you remember what caused that duel, and you're just like, wait, this just happened again. In season 3, this same situation that caused the death of Anthony or Simon or Daphne in season 1 just happened again. Because what did Daphne and Simon do? They were caught doing what? That caused what caused that whole duel? Kissing. Then you realize that Penelope isn't just asking Colin to kiss her in that moment. She's asking him to not just put his reputation and her reputation on the line, but potentially his life. Colin doesn't know Finch. Or the new husband whose name I can't recall right now. He doesn't know those 2 men who now live in her household. He doesn't know if they're crazy or not. Portia, though. Portia's kind of crazy. Portia's a social climber. She would have caught that and been like, you have to marry her now. Which is real. But anybody could catch them, and he like either would end up having to marry Penelope or having to die in a duel with one of Penelope's new male relatives. Because, Portia would have bullied Finch into a duel. You know that, right? She would have done that because she's crazy. I love Portia because she makes everything. She brings the drama. And it's like, when you think about Portia catching them, if he kissed her, Colin's risking his, future. His life. His reputation. By kissing Penelope. Because she asked him to. And then you realize how little it took for him to do that. And you realize that he's had to have liked her to put that much on the line for a kiss. He did not. He fought back maybe for 15 seconds. He was like, wait, no, Penelope, you're not going to die. You're being rushed. He pushed back for maybe a minute before he was like, okay, it's worth my life. This is worth my life. This is worth potentially marrying you. This is worth almost ruining our reputation. This is worth it. Do you not realize how insane? Like, she didn't even ask him that hard. She was irrational as hell. Like, I could do more or whatever, but she didn't get on her knees. She didn't beg him. She was like, please, sir. She laid the question out and then gave her reasons, her irrational reasons. He was like trying to dispel them, but then she was like, but please, Colin, please. And he was like, okay. he put potentially his life in danger because she said, please. Sorry, I had to laugh. I think that just shows you how much he already likes her. You're like, you saw this happen. The most happened almost 2 years ago, and you're like, okay, why not? Why not risk it again? Why not risk putting myself in that position? Like, Colin's insane. Colin, you know how much you have to like a woman and be like stupid about it, because he's not consciously aware, but subconsciously he has to have already been really into her. Like, she's walking him like a dog throughout the first season, not even like after he, like, the way he just follows her around is so. The way he immediately finds her in the first episode, goes to her when he finds her, like, potentially leaves talking to a bunch of, like, women who are laughing and giggling at all his jokes. Just talk to her, just to get curved by her. The way he chases after her after the dance. Like, y'all, he already likes this girl a lot. So when she asks him to kiss him, like, kiss her, it's like she's asking you to potentially put your life and your future at risk, and you're like, Penelope, you're being alright, why not, sure. Not once but twice, because they didn't just kiss once, they kissed twice. You remember the gravity of kisses, unmarried kisses in Bridgerton? You realize how utterly insane Colin is and how much he's already liked Penelope, because you could have become a murderer. But you're like, well, she said please. That is so beautiful, you guys. Plus I've read some leaks, and if those leaks are true, he's gonna be up there with George for me. A distant second to George when it comes to lover boys in Bridgerton. Like, the way the way they have the only enthusiastic proposal in the whole series is crazy. Like, Charlotte George, first they were forced into marriage. Simon almost rather than marry Daphne. Kate said no to Anthony the first time, and he wasn't even proposing. Like, he was like, let's get married. Like, it wasn't that. It was like, we should get married. Like, that was some sad. Colin's like, are you gonna marry me or not? Like, he jumps at the opportunity. He knew the risks of Portia making him marry her if she caught him, and was like, it's worth it. I love it here, bro. Also in season 1, you remember how, like, Anthony, like, he's engaged to Marina at this point. I think they were engaged when she tried to kiss him, and he was like, can't risk it. Remember how offended he got when Anthony was like, did you compromise this young lady? And he was like, no, of course not. And Penelope said please one time, and he was like, well, well, it's worth it. He's kind of a comedian. I love it here. I love it here a lot. Colin hasn't declared his love for Penelope yet. Colin has yet to tell that girl he loves her. Comparing Colin's proposal to the previous season's love declarations, insane. Why are we doing that? Colin has not told her he loves her yet. He has not made his Colin has one of the most beautifully written love declarations in the books. Like, I cannot wait for that. That man didn't even say the word love before he was like, okay, let's get married. You know what I mean? So, like, that video I saw comparing, saying, oh, this season's a letdown compared to the previous season. I'm like, first of all, by episode 4, Simon almost chose to die rather than marry Daphne for petty reasons. Because he wanted to let his dead father, who does not give a dictate his happiness. That's on him. Anthony didn't propose to Kate for the first time until episode 6, and that was out of duty. Now, did he love her at that point? Absolutely. Obsessed with her, in love with her. That first proposal was solemn as it gave obligation. That's why Kate was like, oh, no. That's why she was so quick to reject it, because it was like she felt like he was doing it because he felt the need to, not because he actually loved her. Because, Anthony's not that great at expressing his affections for the right person or in general. But he got there eventually. Colin kissed Penelope one time and was like dreaming about her and was like, wait, something shifted. Colin took him 4 episodes to figure it out. It took him 4 episodes to figure it out. He did not have to be like coerced into it by being caught in an intimate moment. He didn't have to be threatened with death to marry her. He didn't propose to her sister first. He didn't ask her to be his mistress. I'm so sorry. I love Benedict down, but that scene is going to be insane. Like, he didn't kidnap her. I'm so excited for the future of the show. It took Colin, like, 2 episodes of being, like, weirdly, like, why aren't we close anymore? And, like, watching her flirt with other guys and being like, yeah, I'm happy for you, but also I don't really like that. To them kissing, and then him being like, oh, shit, does she like me back? Oh, no. What about doubling? Blah, blah, blah. Like, the man's whole thing, his whole, like, internal struggle is just figuring out his feelings as a 22-year-old man. And if you compare him to 22-year-old men of any time period, Colin Bridgerton is kind of a saint. Because, oh my God. Like, not only is he the youngest hero we've had so far get married, I think he's the youngest, besides George, but that was an arranged marriage, I'm pretty sure. I think he was pretty young as well. He might have been a bit older. I don't know how old Gregory is in his book, but he's like the youngest male suitor, love interest, leading man, and his whole thing was just having to figure it out. Put it together piece by piece. He didn't have anyone. No one told Colin. Colin is insecure as hell. He didn't see it himself. It just took him a couple episodes to figure it out. Wait. I really like this girl. I think I'm in love with this woman. I can't lose her. Proposal that y'all are confusing for love confession. That man has not declared. Oh my God. The way he declares his love for her. And I keep thinking about how Luke and Nicola have said multiple times that we haven't seen much. Like, there's so much more to come. And that everything else has been very tame in comparison. That last declaration of love. Y'all come talk to me after we actually see him declare his love for her. He just proposed out of sheer excitement. Eagerness. Clarity struck him like a lightning bolt. He was like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Everything else. The man kissed her one time. was looking away from ladies in brothels because he felt like he wasn't being treated for Penelope. It's insane. He was committed when she was fully engaged, about to get engaged to another man. That's the level of delusional. That is so funny. Like, mentally, he was already her man after that kiss. I love Colin so bad. Like, but I think what's not coming across is, like, a lot of his, like, internal conflict with their relationship isn't built upon, like, societal, how they view, well, a little bit. That's more of his conflict as a person, not really his conflict with Penelope and, like, their relationship and falling into love with her. It's, like, him realizing it. Him waking up. Somebody, like, hitting him and being like, dude, wake up. Look in the mirror. Yeah, so get off my boy Colin. Come back after episodes 4 through 8 drop. And then we can have a serious discussion comparing Love Confession. Because he is not done it yet. He said he had feelings for her. He said he couldn't stop thinking about her. Not once did he mention love. He proposed to her enthusiastically, excitedly, with clarity. There don't need to be no sense of obligation or I'd rather than to marry you. Why was he like? I really want Simon to be in therapy because my God, dude. Anyway, yeah, get off Colin. Y'all do so much on him. Hello, thank you for watching. This is really fun to put together. I am a lot when it comes to this show. I love this show. As you will find out from this channel, I adore romance of any kind, and no one does romance right now like Bridgerton does romance, and I expect to hear more from that in the future, especially with season 4 coming out next year. I'm just really excited about it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I know it was a lot. I am a lot when it comes to the things I'm very passionate about. So yeah, stay tuned. Please subscribe if you like the video. Likes and comments are cool too. I'm very new to this, and I'm trying my best to be like consistent, and I'm not going to go on an ADHD rant. You see that? Did you hear that? It was this close. It was this close to coming. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, bye. Have a wonderful day.